because you're a fan of Russ, right? So when Russ released a single, we were waiting to talk about it, and so Russ recently released a single called "Never Again." And for some background information that I can talk to about Russ. Russ is an independent artist. He is an American rapper, which I think sets the tone, right? Because a lot of people in the states, but also a lot of people think that American rap is only like gun related or whatever. And I think Russ changes it and turns it on its side, where we get a song about like relationships that isn't in a bad light, especially from a guy. It's not in the bad light. So, real quick, let's see if we have any sponsors, and then we'll get right into it.
Hey, it's Kaylee Cuoco for Priceline. Ready to go to your happy place for a happy price? Well, why didn't you say so? Just download the Priceline app right now and save up to 60% on hotels. So whether it's Cousin Kevin's Kazoo Concert in Kansas City, go Kevin, or Becky's Bachelorette Bash in Bermuda, you never have to miss a trip ever again. So download the Priceline app today. Your savings are waiting.
Go to your happy place for a happy price. Go to your happy price, Priceline.
Okay, so as I established before, we're going to talk about Russ's song. As I said, it's about a relationship. It's about a relationship that goes bad, but also has its goods and upsides to it. Which I think is amazing, because, we never get from the guy's point of view about a relationship. He just says, I want somebody that communicates. He said, I just want somebody that doesn't stress me out. I want somebody that communicates with me, right? And I think it's weird, right? Because you have people get in relationships where they're not necessarily the focus of that relationship. So then people are stressed out because they're trying to do for one person, and it's not really like a joint kind of relationship where it's really just it's like a one-sided relationship. And I think what I'm saying is I need somebody that doesn't stress me out and they're just, relaxing with me, is where a relationship where they're able to communicate, which he says in the next line where he says, I just need somebody with better communication. Which I think is fair to say that, especially during the times we were in for the past 3 years, it's very hard for people to communicate, especially if they're just getting in a relationship or meeting somebody brand new. This could even be a friendship, truthfully. But this is more of a relationship because he says, it causes people anxiety, which I think is true, because this could cause some people anxiety to talk to their partner. And I do say, if you're in a relationship, please try to communicate with your partner. But he talks about that, and I think that is a good way to talk to your partner. This is kind of like more of a partner thing, because he says you lack patience, and I think that's just, some people are just very in the moment optimistic and they're just go, right? But you have some people that just are so laid back that they're extremely patient. And I think that's where they really don't connect. And he says, I don't want you to keep promising me something that you said before and it's never changed. He said, what he really says is stop playing. You've said it before, which I think, which is, if you translate it a little bit different, he's just talking about, you've always said you were going to change and it never happened. Or you change for a couple months and then you go right back into a routine. I had somebody once tell me that if you spend 6 months with somebody, they fall into they stop being a person that you first meet them to be, and they become their true selves. And I think that is a good concept to keep in mind when you jump into relationships, especially now. He says, "But yeah, this is getting me low. Like, this is getting me tired, and it's probably better off for me if I go." Which I think is truth. Which I think is true. But also, you have to be able to respect your partner or respect the friendship or the relationship that you are in. No matter what it is, if the relationship isn't built off of respect, the relationship won't get far. And I know that sounds hypocritical, and it might do, and it might. But Russ's way of putting it out, saying it's not working, he just kind of explains that he was in a one-sided relationship where he wasn't they weren't doing everything together. It was just the other person's point of view, which it happens. It happens in a lot of relationships, and you learn from experiences. But overall, I do like the way Russ put this together, and without like being like hypocritical or saying Russ makes good music sometimes, especially because we get a relationship song that isn't like I just want to do A, B, and C with you, and that's all, and it's more of an actual like a relationship song. I'm gonna have to give this song definitely an 8.7 out of 10 just because of what it represents in the song and what he talks about. The topics that he talks about, I believe, is amazing. So, with that being said, the song is an 8 out of 10, 8.7 out of 10. I hope y'all enjoyed that episode.